Welcome to beautiful North Vancouver.
We're live today at the BCIT Marine Campus.
We'll be featuring great stories about the campus and students. Now let's kick things off. Darian, Natalia, take it away.
The BCIT Marine Campus is not your average school. Reporter Austin Cherwinski is taking us on a quick tour of their pools and tools.
Want to become a master of the seas? This may be the place for you.
Good afternoon and welcome to the BCIT Marine Campus. My name is Jeff Otto. I'm the Cadet Coordinator here at the campus, where we endeavor to train future captains and chief engineers of ships around the world.
BCIT's Marine Campus offers training on every aspect of seamanship, from the engine to the bridge.
A lot of bridge resource management training gets done here. Our bridge watch students will also learn how to steer ships and basically eyes out the window. That's one of the biggest components of the marine industry, is keeping your eyes out the window when you're on the bridge of the ship.
But the bridge would be useless without an engine. This room simulates an engine room for a 20,000-ton oil tanker. But what if something goes wrong on the ship? Well, there's a personal survival craft program to show students what to do in an emergency.
Well, these are our boats that we use in our survival craft training courses. So the students would learn how to launch and recover a vessel like this that would find on a larger ship, quite honestly.
This is just a taste of what BCIT's Marine Campus has to offer. Austin Serwinski for BCIT in Focus.
As you can see, the Marine Campus is filled with the tools of the trade that ensure the students are job ready when they graduate. Our co-host Ash Murney is joined live by co-op coordinator Jeff Otto with more. Ash?
Thanks, Darian. Jeff, I would like to thank you for coming out and talking to us.
Our pleasure.
Could you give us a brief history
Right,
on the Marine Campus?
Certainly. The Marine Campus has been here since about 1983 in this facility, this location. 1994, BCIT took over operations of the Marine Campus to provide activities like registration, library, and just basically the governance of the campus. Here at the Marine Campus, we train mariners, basically, as you probably have seen in some of the videos, to become captains of ships and chief engineers of ships all over the world, and for the local industry here in British Columbia. So we do train up nautical sciences officers and marine engineering officers and all the safety training that they require to safely navigate and operate ships at sea. We've been conducting training for companies abroad, such as even as wild as Disney Cruises, for example. We do some safety training for them when they come here. So we see a lot of our students working both in the BC coast, nationally and internationally as well too.
And what kind of profile does the school have in the industry?
We're pretty worldwide, actually. I mean, we've got students that are working with Royal Caribbean, Princess Cruise Lines, TK in the oil tanker industry. We have students working with Transport de Gagné going to the Arctic, on the Great Lakes, on the East Coast. We've had students that have joined ships in Lome, Togo and sailed through the Suez Canal, through the Straits of Malacca, all over the world, quite honestly.
And where do most of your graduates end up?
A lot of them do end up gravitating back to the BC coast. I think the life of a mariner is a lot of time away from home and family, so I think they like to come back and settle in lovely BC. I mean, just look at the day today. I think that why wouldn't you want to come back to British Columbia? But in the meantime, they do go off to all those companies that I mentioned before. We've had students that have been in the Arctic, transiting the Northwest Passage as part of their sea phase requirements. We've even had a student that was with the Franklin expedition and was aboard the Sir Wilfrid Laurier with the Canadian Coast Guard that found the Erebus. So some very interesting sort of activities and opportunities that the students have had to see all around the world, quite honestly.
And do you have any other examples of students that have achieved anything after their graduation?
So far, we've had many of our students are now starting to become master mariners and chief engineers. The programs, the cadet programs themselves, have really been around since only about the late 90s, early 2000s. So now we're starting to see a lot of our graduates get into senior positions with companies like the Coast Pilots and some of the companies like Royal Caribbean and the companies I mentioned before, and becoming chief engineers as well too. So getting into some fairly significant senior positions. And BC Ferries has many of our graduates as well too. And a lot of the ships, if you're on the BC coast and taking a BC ferry, chances are a BCIT graduate is one of the captains or potentially one of your chief engineers.
Thanks, Jeff.
Time to Time to focus on the lifeblood of the campus, the students. In a male-dominated industry, how many opportunities are there for a growing number of female mariners? Leah Fishman is speaking with the female students about their experience at the Marine campus.
And I'm in my first year of the Nautical Science program.
Hi, my name's Alicia Backus and I'm in Nautical Science.
In the past, these classroom spots would all be filled by male students. These days, women are breaking down this barrier too. Today, the room has 2 female first-year students, Lauren and Alicia, and they already know where they want to be in the future.
I've worked for BC Ferries for 4 years in the catering department, and I kind of just realized through talking to people, and some people have done this program, that kind of interests me.
I really love being on the ocean, and I've sailed on tall ships since I was about 17, and I really, really love the maritime industry, and it's a place that I really would like to make a career in.
Out of the 57 students in the Nautical Science program, only 7 are women. In marine engineering, out of 60, only 5 are women. Fortunately, these numbers don't represent the scenario outside of the classroom.
I think a lot of companies in the world in general are looking to diversify their workforces, and I think that can be an advantage to being a woman. I've never felt incapable, whether it be at school here or any ship that I've worked on. Sometimes you just need to find a different way of doing something if you're a little bit smaller.
I don't think it matters if you're a woman or man. They're pretty open to whoever. You just have to know your stuff.
These students show us that when it comes to a passion for this industry, gender is not part of the equation. Leah Fishman for BCIT in Focus.
Marine campus has state-of-the-art technology and small classes to ensure students are job-ready when they graduate.
When we come back, we'll be diving deep into those major facilities here at the BCIT Marine campus.
Standby graphics, ready camera 1.
If you want to experience the fast-paced world of news,
today on BCIT Magazine,
striking,
make magic on a movie set,
frame,
and action,
or bring your creative ideas to life, BCIT's hands-on training will get you started. BCIT Television and Video Production. Your possibilities start here.
A defining moment for me was when I finished my first internship and got lots of really great feedback from industry professionals.
I would have never imagined I'd be walking into the floors of TSN and thinking, I'm not a student anymore, I'm here to work.
I will be starting a job with an investigative news program in Toronto, and I'm really excited to see that grow into what will become, hopefully, my dream job.
BCIT Broadcast and Online Journalism, putting you to work.
Welcome back to BCIT in Focus. Now that we have an idea what cadets do here, it's time to get our sea legs. Our reporter Laura Johnson is at the helm to discover how cadets navigate through the seas.
Steer 129.
Steer 129.
In room 152, we find the Visual Bridge Simulator. With the help of nautical instructor Carl Markart, students are able to use the equipment to navigate as if they were on the bridge of a ship. Today, we're on the Georgia Strait.
This is where we're heading right now, into this traffic separation zone.
Eventually, it'll allow you to write a test to obtain your Master Mariner's ticket, which is the equivalent to being the captain of a ship. Without limits, you're allowed to work anywhere in the world on any size ship with any cargo.
In the four-year program, students alternate between school phases and sea phases. At the end of the third term, students write their watchkeeping certificate, and at the end of the final school phase, students earn their diploma in nautical sciences.
I want to finish the program, grab my diploma, to have my Transport Canada Certificate of Competency. That way I can stand watch on board a commercial vessel. Hopefully one day I can accrue enough sea time that I can write my Master Mariner's ticket and pilot and captain ships all over the world.
Both first-year students are looking forward to seeing what new opportunities the program and co-op experience will bring.
I would really like to work on the hovercraft with the Coast Guard. I think that would be my end goal, but with this program there are lots of different branches you're able to go with. So honestly, whatever comes, it's a good experience to learn what I want, I think.
Steering 120.
I don't know yet. The coast of Canada's pretty nice. I like it out here. But I'm open to new experiences, new places. I know there's lots of opportunity, Europe, Asia. So it's wherever it takes me at this point. It's all about the relationships and people you meet, so I might have something new coming my way.
I'm Laura Johnston for BCIT in Focus.
Let's follow my co-host, Natalia Cuevas-Waiko, down to the pool to look at how students learn to stay safe in case there's ever a sailor overboard.
Coveralls and life jackets are a requirement in this pool. Survival raft training is a mandatory course that teaches basic marine emergency duties through practical drills and exercises. The crocodile platform and flotilla formations are all part of what the students practice in the pool.
The training has been thought-provoking and challenging. I've really enjoyed it.
Demonstrating proper raftsmanship is another objective. Each student must practice retrieving a capsized raft. In case of an abandoned ship in extremely cold waters, students practice putting on immersion suits. The safety suits are completely sealed to keep people from getting hypothermia.
Working in teams to deal with little crises or just getting people up on the raft takes a bit of a coordinated effort, and when everyone's ears are covered in Teletubby suits, that's tricky to do, so that was fun today.
After completing the med course, these students are ready to protect passengers on board and sail the seas. Natalia Cuevas-Waiko for BCIT in Focus. Back on dry land, our reporter Daniel Mountain gives us a peek at what lies behind the door to room 142.
Where is the engine starts, where is all the controls for all the equipment of the ship. It's the heart of the ship. Without that simulation, you're not going to be able to deal with it in a real life, on a real boat.
Instructors can install error codes into the simulator, and the cadets have to find out how to fix the problems.
All of their studies really come to a pinnacle in the engine room simulator, because it's there where they learn how to troubleshoot problems with ships, ensure that the power is on, that the lights are on, and the ship's running basically. So this is where they troubleshoot and really get into that higher level problem solving. The other benefit of the simulation is the fact that you're not running a ship at sea and breaking equipment or possibly running a ship aground. You get to break electrons here. You get to practice here, and that the things you may see at sea may never happen, but in the simulator it can happen. So it prepares a mariner to be safe and make sure that the ship is running at all times.
From fixing engine failures to diagnosing why smoke is a certain color, this program gives the training to also produce engineers. Dan Mountain for BCIT in Focus.
Wow, what an interesting week it's been here at the Marine Campus. Ash, what was your favorite part?
Well, Natalia, I was able to attend a seamanship class where they taught the students how to tie knots. And those knots were used for life-saving situations, which I thought was useful. How about you, Darren? What was your favorite?
I really enjoyed seeing the drills and simulations and seeing the Marine students in action. It was quite interesting. And that's it for this month's edition of BCIT's In Focus. Tune in on October 18th when we'll be coming to you live from BCIT's Anasis Island. But for now, we will leave you with a farewell shot of the Marine campus.